please just like this video and subscribe to Talkin' It Out. Come on, guys, just do it for me, please.
This is wonderful. Everything is going our way.
What did you do to my drink? You what?
Alright, what's good, y'all? She in her mood a little bit. Welcome to Talkin' It Out, man.
Yes, sir.
But welcome to another episode of Talkin' It Out. This is a special episode because this is our first ever part 2. This is Talkin' It Out's first ever part 2, and we are joined with a familiar guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself once again. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? This is Kwazi. I am soon-to-be graduate of Boston University, and outgoing student body president. And I'm excited to be part of history, bro.
Real.
Very exciting.
Real history part. First ever part 2. Like you said, he's about to graduate, so I had to get him literally in how, like, a week?
Yeah.
About a week, bro. Yeah. 12 days.
Yeah.
He's getting there, and I'm leaving. Well, I'm gonna be here for the summer, but I'm about to go back home this Saturday, and I'll be back later. So I had to make sure that we got this part 2 episode out, and get the post credit scene. It's like a post credit scene to the main movie of what is college, but more specifically your senior year, because it was definitely a year that I assume was different from the rest of the years, considering that you were the student body president. So now that when you were here last time, you were talking about you going into that role. Yeah. So now that you've already been through it, what was it like? Did it meet? Was it what you expected? I'll say that's the first question. Honestly,
I kind of expected it to be easier and harder in some circumstances. I expected it to be harder or easier to first of all, I guess get along with the administration, because as you may know, there are people that have or get paid a certain amount of money to make sure that you don't do what you want to do. And that can range from a broad range of things that I tried to do this year. And so that was harder. I thought that there would be slightly more collaboration.
Better?
Yeah. Especially since, also with Gilliam as well, right? Because, she's, coming into her own as a new president. So I thought that there would be there would be like an air of so we got this, I'm new, right? I want to facilitate better communication with the students. What better way to do that than, also a Black student body president? Yeah. I didn't really see that from her. So that was a little bit hard. But in terms of what was easier, I thought it would be easier to, I thought it'd be harder to maintain a certain level of rapport or capital with the students. I think that a lot of students this year were pretty engaged in the things that we did, whether or not it came to the affirmative action letter, our election night watch party, and then our Israel Hamas referendum. I think more people definitely were aware of a lot, and then the spring concert, more people were definitely aware of the things that we were doing. And I'm definitely grateful for that. But if I had to tip the scale one way or another, I would probably say there were some times where it did get a bit dicey. I would say a little bit harder than I imagined.
Okay, what were some of those moments like? If you could explain them, or what they were, but if you can't, then just what was it like? Yeah,
it's varying degrees. So I think that the role of the student body president is I'm not gonna go into fucking politics right here, but basically I describe it where you run a student organization where you get your budget, BU Central, whatever, cool, and at the same time you're part of the administrative body where administration will tap you to hire students for a committee or give a speech, as I did at inauguration and stuff. So on one hand, you represent the students, but on the other hand, you're supposed to collaborate with administration. So you have to have two hats. I think the hat where that I found the most difficulty with is collaborating with administration. Because like the students are the ones that fucking elected me. I would have to be the worst. I would have to be the worst student body president for like students to be like, oh, like fuck this guy. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna at least try and meet students where they are. When it comes to staying up to date with a bunch of these issues. And 2024, 2025, we at least the things that I was trying to focus on, I had a couple of things that I wanted to focus on. First thing was affirmative action. Obviously, like in September, we got the numbers that like the black student population in the first years declined from 9% to 3%, which is stark. And as a black student, I'm looking at it like, this is fucking crazy because like, you know, no other school around the area saw this significant of a drop, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, well, we're in a new atmosphere where we got a black woman as a president, the first to do it. You know, I'm a black student body president, and it's September. So like usually September's, you know, obviously the first month of the school year. I'm coming off my matriculation speech. It's the perfect time to really capitalize off of like, you know, I guess feeling good about yourself before the real hard shit begins. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on affirmative action and I'm gonna write a letter and I'm gonna send it through the university email system as I do. Long story short, marketing communications at Boston University told me that the letter, and which was on Instagram, basically just encouraging the university to take more steps towards diversity. They weren't willing to publish the letter through the email system because they thought it was too. Long story short, in white people's language, they thought I was being too opinionated. I was being too much of a nigga. The phrase is editorializing. So that I kind of spent like 2 months meeting with marketing communications, the dean of students, meeting with the vice provost of enrollment who oversees this enrollment, just chatting to people and trying to understand you know, and obviously the president, like what was the root cause of this decline? I understand that every school has seen this decline, but what was the main reason why we saw this degree of a decline as compared to other institutions? And then also, what are the next steps to make sure that it doesn't go down like this? So I spent 2 months going around asking administrators, just trying to, you know, get some answers as to like, you know, what the fuck happened and what can we do to make sure that black students belong here. So that did take up a significant amount of my mental faculty. So
something like the letter, like you just have to like take that to the chin and it's like, damn, this isn't
right, published. Okay, because it's like,
could you fight that and get it public? Like what
so like my main concern was trying to make sure that like it goes through the university email system so that every student gets an email saying that like, hey, by the way, you know, black people deserve to be seen. Like black students deserve to be here. That's my main objective. I think one of the greatest, I mean, arguably the greatest tool of the student body president is the fact that you can send an email that will reach almost 18,000 people. And you don't really visualize that until like you're actually seeing it and people come up to you and they talk to you about it and people will do stuff because of your email. Like, you know, if you email something like, hey, by the way, like check out this student government event, maybe 12,000 people aren't going to read the email. They're just going to see and swipe away, whatever. Cool. But if 6,000 people read that shit and they're actually encouraged to take action, is a great amount of authority. So I wanted to use that platform to highlight a black issue as a black president. And I thought it was a perfect time to do so. I thought it was the political moment. And Biden was still in office, so we didn't have this whole anti-D&I thing. So I was surprised to get that pushback, right? Because, you know, I'm of the assumption that we have a black woman president. I'm a black president. There was an article posted about it in BU Today where President Gilliam called the decline in Black students very concerning. So I thought it was a political moment, but unfortunately,
They're like, nah.
unfortunately, white people say no.
Yeah,
they said no.
You're not getting through with this one.
Yeah, it was fucked. And when things like that happen, it's like there's not really that much you can do.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, unless you own, you know, the means of you know, you own the real power. At a certain level, like you do like get to realize that like when you wear those different hats between like being an administrative figure and being a figure for the students, like you're not on the same playing field, because when, you know, you're maybe by the students, I'm viewed as like, you know, the most legitimate student on campus, which is fair. But to administration, it's like there's a long line of administrators, and maybe I'm like kind of over here, where like if I demand something and I really want it done, perhaps it's not going to get taken as seriously as it should, unless our interests converge, where something that I'm interested in is something that the university is also interested in, and then we can work together and make sure that shit happens. And there's been times where our interests have converged, especially when it came to or at least prior to the the Israel-Hamas referendum, where like I was able to collaborate with administrations to let students know about like federal immigration law and like what students can do if they're approached by ICE, which is something that all of us take seriously. So we were able to like work together and publicize that knowledge. But definitely for somebody else that's coming to this position, you can't expect to get your way.
Get your way with everything. Yeah. And that's something that you kind of thought was gonna happen when you were originally entering. I feel like that would be just a universal thought. Just everybody, and they get into any position like that, they're like, yo, I'm gonna make changes. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And as you just said, that's really not the reality of it. There's so many people and so many loops that you have to go through just to get even an email passed, just for it to still not get passed, or to get this, that, and the third done, and it doesn't get done. But first I want to ask, what personal thing took the biggest hit for you? Was it like, or what personal thing do you think changed? It doesn't have to be in a negative way. But what personal thing do you think changed for you once you became president? Do you think it was like socially, school maybe got affected, your physical, were you not able to go to the gym as much? Like what personally got hit?
I mean, there's for a role like this, I mean, it is what you make it. Like, for example, like when I was president of GSO, it was a pretty chill club, small club, couple meetings, GBMs, financial situation is relatively rudimentary. But with student government, it's just magnified. There's just so much shit all the time in the fucking history of that shit. So like it's crazy. It's like where GSO would, you know, have like one account, you know, in Terry Central, student government has four accounts, and each of those accounts goes to like different things that we do. Like, you know, we would handle the spring concert, and then out of that spring concert budget too, like some clubs had funding issues this year that we had to deal with as well, which is a whole nother ball game. We had the like class initiative events of Winter Weeks of Welcome, and then we had a general ledger where, you know, we have our executive cabinet run events as well. So there's just a lot of stuff that's just going on, and you can just kind of like, you know, you like chase your tail kind of like if you really keep up with it. So one thing that I really had to realize is that, you know what, sometimes I don't know like the answer to your question. Sometimes I won't know what the fuck is going on all the time. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, you have to, you know, when you're at a position where like you realize that you do have a lot of legitimacy, it really helps to like humble yourself back down. Because like if you think that you can do everything or solve everything and address every single student concern, you're really gonna stress yourself out. And there were times where the pressure did mount. There were times where like, you know, I found myself stressed out. But I think in terms of balance, the first semester I decided to only take 3 classes so that I could like come into student government with that as technically my 4th class. Like,
okay.
So like, I mean, I had the space in my schedule to do it. So like, whatever. So I was able to devote some time to making sure that, you know, at least the first semester started off right. And then once I got a hold of everything the second semester, which was objectively, I think, harder, I was able to, you know, have a handle on everything, how everything works. And then I was able to, you know, really just handle it. So in terms of like, you know, how it affected my social life, I don't think that it really affected my social life in terms of like negatively. But one thing that was a trip though, was that like, I don't know, let's try and visualize this, right? There was this one time like me and my friends are coming back from a bar. So we get hungry, we go for eats at McDonald's. So like we're walking down to McDonald's. I want to say it's like maybe like 1 a.m.
Okay, which McDonald's? Kenmore, Austin?
Austin, bro.
Austin, okay.
Like we're just like, fuck it, let's just go. Like we're just mad hungry. We're leaving, whatever, cool. We're walking dead of night. We walk past this group of like students, probably like freshmen, sophomores, all women. And we walk by and Martin, I kid you not, it's 1 a.m. We walk by and then from like the back, like I can hear one of them like scream like, Brian, I've like when I tell you this is not on no like elevated shit. This is word of God what happened. Do you know that is the student body president? Oh my God, did you just walk by? I'm like,
you felt like a celebrity. You felt like the guy.
But it's like when that stuff happens though, it's like I'm a student. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like, I get it too. Like, you know, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. Like, like be that nonchalant. Like, that shit's so lame. But like, I was just like, okay, well, that's something that happens. So there'll be moments where like people like you're going to be recognized, like you're legitimized or whatever. And you just have to kind of like take it in, you know, obviously don't get your ego inflated and stuff like that. Cause there are people that will like come up to you and like express gratitude. They'll express like, hey, I really appreciate what you're doing. When we were doing our work around the Israel-Palestine referendum, I had 2 brown kids that came up to me and they were just like, hey, by the way, like everything that you're doing around this issue, like thank you, like from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So you just kind of have to take those moments where like people are genuinely grateful, and then you know, also take the fangirling or the fanboying or whatever. You just have to take it all in, and you have to be grounded because like if you let it get to you, like you're gonna start moving. You're gonna start moving west, bro. Like actually, you're gonna start moving weird. But yeah. So I don't. To put a pin on everything, definitely this position heightened my ability to socialize with other students. Students felt more comfortable coming up to me because they're like, oh yeah, this guy's just he's a student body president. I'm just gonna go up to him, gonna ask him about shit, whatever. There's been time I introduce myself to people and I don't need an introduction. And then there are just people that also don't give a fuck too, which is fine. Like just care, like cool, like but I care about you. But so it's like it definitely heightened my sociality by a large degree.
Okay, that's good. And what was your high as far as within student body, student government? Was the thing that you were most proud of that you were able to achieve?
In terms of tangible thing, definitely the spring concert with Ashake, because I know because I know for the viewers of the last the part 1 of our conversation.
You were talking about who you would try to get and stuff like that. You got a Ashake.
So I remember that I said it with chest that if I had the opportunity to get Rema, I would. And I tried. That was like one of the first artists that I inquired about. But being able to bring an artist like Ashake where like, you know, first of all, the Black community overwhelmingly like elected me to be like the president. Like they were the community that's stood behind me, elected me, like behind everything, whatever, cool. And at the same time too, like bro, Shake's been my most listened to artist for the past 3 years.
Really?
So it's like, you know, like
Yeah,
at
you
the end of the
gotta
day,
go.
it's gonna feel like good if you're able to like do something first for myself, for my family. My brother was there at the concert too. And then also just like the amount of like, cause like I feel like with us as Africans too, like definitely when Ashake came, it wasn't just like a BU thing. It was like, I feel like with Africans, like we're very like, you know, like we have a sense of like kinship where like if Ashake is coming, he's a Nigerian artist, like you're gonna have Ghanaians, Nigerians, like South Africans, like, and not just from BU, from like other
Yeah,
schools
from
as well.
everywhere. People come
Exactly,
from
you know.
everywhere to that
So it's
concert.
like at that concert, like I definitely saw that it was like a very much like a unified kind of thing. So for me personally, it felt gratifying to have history be made where we had the first Afrobeats artist to come to BU and then not just be a strictly like BU thing. It was like an entire like city thing. It was like an entire like I had people come from Worcester, from Connecticut, like that like hit me up and stuff like that. So it was definitely a moment that first of all, personally, he's my favorite artist. So I'll be off rip, but also what it did for the community, what it did for my friends. I got Kevin a press pass to like take pictures.
Yeah, he told me how he was taking flicks for it.
I got one of my roommates a press pass as well too, like so he could take, like, you know, like it's hard not to feel proud. Like you have to draw the line between like, you know, feeling proud because you're selfish, but like honestly, like what I was able to do for people in that moment at that concert and then the after party as well too, like I really tried.
Oh yeah,
and I think I got it. I think I got it, bro. Like
y'all had an after function, the concert, like you said. It was really good because again, like you said, a lot of people came from other areas. It didn't feel like just a BU concert. It felt like a concert. It just felt like a Boston concert. Especially with Ashake. It felt like, oh, Ashake is coming to Boston. And I didn't personally go. I was just chilling.
Why did you go?
I've never been to a concert in my life, and I don't know. I'm just not like.
It's literally right there.
I know, but I'm just not a concert. But I gotta see because again, I've never been, so I can't fully put a pin on it. But I just don't think I'm much of a concert person, and especially I do like Ashake, but I don't know his like. I don't even know what he's saying literally some of the times. So it's like I don't know. But I had a ticket. Like I bought a ticket. I had a ticket. I was getting ready to go, and then I was just like, nah, let me just stay at home. But I'm actually going to my first ever concert on the 31st. I'm going to a Central C concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
MGM.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
That's
He's gonna be doing the
other than Howard. I went to Howard, but I don't count those.
Oh yeah, that don't count.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be performing his was it the Can't Rush Greatness?
Yeah, Can't Rush Greatness.
What do you think about that album?
I think I listened to the whole album because I mess with Central C heavy. I listened to the whole album, like it was cool. I liked No Introduction is fire.
Yeah, okay.
I listened to that song casually. St. Patrick's is fire. The one with Dirk is fire.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's different.
I mean, it was a change of tune. Yeah. But like...
the one with 21 is fire.
Of
GBP,
course, yeah.
That one is fire. But I definitely hope that he plays like some of his other tracks. Yeah. Like I hope it's not just all that album.
Can't Rush Greatness,
I hope he definitely plays some of his other tracks. Funny enough, my favorite Central C song isn't even like a song that's out. It's CC. It's called CC Freestyle. But it's like... not even like
I don't know if he's gonna perform that there.
Nah, it's not like he posted it on YouTube and then he had to take it down like within a week.
Well, like sample wasn't cleared or something?
Yeah, it was probably the sample because the sample is do you know what instrumental that is? I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my what is it?
It's an OG Grammy. I forgot what it's called.
Okay. But that's like the vocals behind it, whatever that song is.
Yeah.
Who sings that? I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're referring to, but I don't know the artist.
Is it? I don't want to say the wrong person. I was gonna say Diana Ross. I don't know if it is.
No, I have no idea. I think if I say something, I'll embarrass myself still.
Oh my gosh, I know. I could see the music video. Whitney Houston, not Diana Ross. Yeah, it was Whitney Houston. But yeah, it was like I assume it was the sample I didn't get clear and stuff. But that's actually my favorite Central C song. It's not even
Did your girlfriend go?
To
Ashake?
No, I was with her.
Oh, yo, like, bro, that's the thing that be getting me. I done did this concert for y'all.
Bro.
Y'all were the target demographic.
I really don't know
a Nigerian woman.
She should have. She likes Ashake. No, she never even bought a ticket. Like, she never even bought it. She likes Ashake. She is Nigerian. She knows more of his songs than me.
I'm shocked.
And she just said that she didn't feel like it. Like me, it was a day of thing. I was literally gonna go. I had my fit and everything. I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna stay back here. But she never bought a ticket or anything. So if you're watching this, you should have went. The president says you should have went.
Like that. You know what? Well, I was here. We'll chat. Like literally, because it's like target demographic. Yeah, but it's not that deep. And he was late. Was
it good?
Yeah, he was late to his performance. Sure, yeah. As I expected. It was my number one fear because I fucking paid. But it was a good performance. It was just a little short because once you come late, you have to leave on time.
So that you can't extend it all.
No. It's a curfew production. So like they have a set itinerary. So I think he probably had like 20 minutes left of his show that he just didn't perform.
Damn.
Yeah, dog. I was not very happy.
Sheesh,
but the time that he was there, it was amazing.
It was I saw videos. It looks. Do you think it was better than Sexy and Polo?
Yeah, I think it was better. Definitely better than Polo.
He said Polo Red.
Definitely better than
Sexy Polo. was valid though.
Sexy was pretty valid. You were there.
Nah, I've never been to.
Oh yeah,
I've never been to any. Okay, in the past, I could admit Polo and Sexy. It was because I literally couldn't get my hands on a ticket. Like at the time, like this was the easiest. I will say that this was definitely the easiest it's been to get a ticket by far. Because of course, there was a whole section of people that didn't go. Like all the white people, they weren't going. Yeah. So it was extremely. I got it first day, logged in, bought the ticket. Yeah. But Polo and Sexy, like the site was actually crashing. There was a queue, and I was just over it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy it later, and then I never got around to buying it, and I missed it. Those ones, it was because of the ticket. This year, I just didn't go.
No, I think it was definitely better than Sexy Red and Polo G. No bias though, but I think that the production level was better. People were more engaged. I think it was a pretty good concert. I don't know when's the next time we're gonna have an Afrobeats artist though. Can't lie.
Yeah. Who do you think they'll get next year? Do you think it'll be rapper again? R&B?
I would say definitely knowing, because I know who's gonna be in charge of student government next year. There are gonna be some people from my administration now. I know the person that's the president's a Latino guy. I don't think he's gonna do a Latin artist though. And I know the vice president is somebody who's very much into R&B. So maybe I think an R&B artist.
I can get out. I'm definitely gonna go to senior year, but continue.
You have to.
Senior
you have to, dog. 4 years.
Yeah, I can't do 4 years.
I tried to get PND. That
I'm actually not mad that you didn't.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody says that he's not a good performer, which I said
he couldn't be bothered
before he even went on tour. I was like, bro,
he can't be bothered.
Yeah, he's not someone that I'd want to watch.
No. Like he's not. That's a great point. Like not all good artists are great performers. Yeah. And I think Ashake is a good artist and a great performer. Same thing with Rema too. Like I just went to his concert the other day.
Oh, the one was it 2 days ago?
Yeah,
that was valid.
It was good. Yeah, he performed for a long time. Performed a lot of his hits. Crowd was dead.
They were dead?
I don't know the crowds in I don't know about people in Boston, bro. I don't know. They just can't get. There's just no vim. There's no vim in this city, bro.
Yeah, but from the videos, it seemed like it was active. Or like he seemed active.
He was active.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting paid to do it. But also, he's going around these places. Like he's going to Houston, he's going to Atlanta, he's going to New York, and then he comes to Boston. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just not. We're just not those guys. We're not those guys. Yeah. So Rema was good.
Wasn't this your second time? You saw him at was he at the
Northeastern? I saw him at this is my third time seeing him.
You saw him at Northeastern too?
Yeah.
When?
So before you guys came to school, our freshman year, he was at Northeastern's fashion show.
Really?
Yeah.
It was Rema?
Yeah, it was Rema.
For Northeastern's fashion show, like the one that we go to every year. They got Rema. Yeah. Was he not that big yet?
He was getting there though. That's the thing that blows me. He was getting there. Like this was 2021. So I mean, come on. He was getting there. Yeah. There was a lot of people there. You knew Remo was gonna be big. 2019 was one of his breakout years. 2 years on, he was still dropping like a lot of good songs. So it's like, yeah, but that was before you guys. You guys missed out.
And then there was Afro Nation. He was he was
good at Afro Nation as well. And then he was good here. I mean, yeah. Damn. Yeah, man. Better than perform longer than Ashake.
Yeah.
So which I appreciated.
That's fair. But yeah, man. Now to get into the fact that you're graduating.
Yeah, bro.
he's about to be done. So just we went over the past college, like freshman, sophomore, junior in the last episode. So how's your senior year been like thus far? Or you could even do all of college. You could do a review on all of college since you are graduating.
Yeah.
What's your whole
I think
spiel on college?
Definitely freshman year is definitely like an ethereal experience. It's your first time, being out, outside, like, living by yourself, whatever. Cool.
Yeah.
We came in right after COVID. So I feel like a bunch of our people in our class we were anxious to like get out and anxious to party. So every single weekend we were outside. The books was not getting studied. At all. But freshman year was still surreal. Met so many people from so many different places. It's just like an overload of just like, it was insane.
Yeah.
So I would say that freshman year is probably a close second.
Okay.
Sophomore year was, that was my first time joining student government. Sophomore year was kind of mid, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just like a sophomore slump or whatever you call it. Where like, it kind of wears off a bit after the first semester, like the novelty of college. You kind of get used to everything. And then, things get harder. Sophomore year, there's a little sophomore slump. And then for me, so I'll say sophomore year was number 4 ranked. And then for me personally, the best year of college was junior year.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say senior. When you said freshman was 2, I was like, okay, most people put freshman at 1. So freshman is 2. I thought senior.
No. Junior year was good, man. In terms of, first of all, getting elected to the position was like one of the best moments of my life. And then also prior to that too, that was when we just started GSO. And that was like the first, like that was one of the first points of my life where like the first point in my life where I was like, I had a vision for something and it actually came to real fruition where like people are expected for me to like lead it and like actually take it somewhere. I had never did student government in high school. And when I joined student government sophomore year, I was just like a senator. I wasn't really calling shots. Yeah. But this was like one of the first times where I was like, people are looking at me to call shots. People are engaging in something that was, the brainchild of me, Mercy, Nana, and Salsa. And that was one of the best feelings ever. And then also like representing the culture too. Yeah. The first year of GSO was amazing. We did so much.
Y'all did a lot. Even this year.
Even the second year too. Yeah. Very best African organization on campus. And then in terms of like parties, it was good. Definitely met more people from outside of BU, broke the BU bubble a bit because they're just like, now I don't give a fuck. Like I've met everybody that I need to meet at BU. Like why not just start branching out? Met some really cool people at Bentley, Tufts, Northeastern. It was just a great year because I like being conscious of my actions. Like I feel like with freshman year, like you're not really, you don't got the answers. I feel like junior year, like you kind of, you have a solid grasp of a lot of things where like your head's in a good place, you're mature. So I really valued that maturity, but at the same time you're growing as well. And then senior year I would rate it the third, but not like a significant drop off from freshman year. It was a pretty good year. Got a lot done, but extremely busy. I remember at homecoming, I think homecoming was the first time that I remember you being like stressed. You was just saying like, no, this is stressful, don't do it, Obviously you was probably just heightened with all the stuff that you was doing, but you was just stressed. I was like, yo, this guy's going through it. It was a year, but it was still extremely valuable. learned some good lessons this year. It was a change, and change is good because it teaches you to like stay on your toes. You always have to stay on your toes. So in a lot of places, like in a lot of facets of my life, there was a change. But honestly, I'm still here now.
Exactly.
But it was good. It was a good year. I couldn't have asked for it to be better. Okay. And the grades are solid too. So that's really what matters. And
what are you gonna the lattes and do you know what you're gonna graduate, or you don't find that out?
I don't even know, dog. I don't know what a 3.7 gets you, but that's what it is.
Okay, one of those. Whatever.
Yeah, definitely honors.
Yeah,
of course.
Sure,
I think high honors actually. I think high honors. I think honors starts off at 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 3.7 is really good. That's amazing.
I tried,
to
bro.
graduate with. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna graduate with. Definitely in the threes, but it won't be 3.7. I highly doubt it. But I'm gonna graduate with something.
Bro,
solid.
never say never, bro.
Hey man, hopefully, especially this year. It's looking like it could be this semester. It's looking like it could be good for me. I just definitely flopped an exam. I literally had before this podcast. I had an exam 3 to 5.
Really?
Yeah, I had an exam 3 to 5. I flopped that. I killed a bunch of trees printing out cheat sheets. It was bad. It was pretty bad. But hey, man, it's over.
You got through it.
Exactly.
You're alive.
Exactly. I'm alive. I'm chilling. But okay, so you got junior 1, freshman 2, senior 3, sophomore 4.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like that's a solid list.
That's a solid list.
That's a solid list.
I'd say so far for me, I put freshman 1, junior 2, sophomore 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why sophomore 3?
Sophomore, it was just like pretty unmemorable. I literally don't remember much about it other than luckily what I do, like everything was a high. Yeah. But other than those little highs, there was really nothing. Yeah. Like, I remember the beginning of the semester, like first semester, we were hanging out a lot. Like in 1019, there was always a group of people in 1019.
Yeah, I remember that. I feel like that was like a link up spot before, like if you want to go somewhere, if you want to just come and chill. Yeah. I feel like you niggas was always available.
Bro, we was always there. And it wasn't just like, that's where a certain group formed that like, we're still like it's called 1019. Like that's where a certain group formed, but it wasn't just us. Like it'll be anyone at different groups and stuff just at times pull up. I remember we used to play Among Us. Yeah. We used to play trivia games. We used to do all different types of stuff. So I'd say that was like a highlight. Yeah. But other than that, there just wasn't much that happened. And then even more so than that, it's just that my freshman and junior year were really good. Yeah. Like freshman year was freshman year is tough to beat, bro.
It is tough.
It literally has certain qualities that can never be again, such as the first,
the novelty,
your first party, first
friend
whatever,
group, when you finally solidify your friend group,
meeting people, stuff like that, which you literally can't do.
You just can't
after that. Exactly. So you can't replicate it. Exactly. So it's tough to beat freshman year, and then junior year was. I think it was similar to what you said about your junior year. How I thought of it was, it's the point where you know how to move accordingly. Yeah. Like you could do all these good things accordingly.
Exactly.
The way you want to. I traveled a lot. I went to started off with homecoming. I went to Howard homecoming. Then literally a week later, I went to LA. Watched the Lakers game.
I remember when we talked about that.
Then a week or two later, I went to Houston for Afrotech. And then the next semester for Valentine's, I went to Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Oh yeah, I saw on a little vacation. Then a couple weeks later, I went to Chicago for Nesby Nationals. And then somewhere in between that, it wasn't like a vacation, but I also went snowboarding. Up in Mass with some people from Northeastern and BU. So it's like a lot of different, more high level stuff.
You spread your wings, basically. Yeah, that's how I describe it. Like your wings are more mature, and like you said, I like the way you described it. Just move accordingly. Like know how to have fun, but be serious at the same time too. Like you really can't beat that, bro. Yeah, I can't lie. Yo, those I can't lie. Those pictures like of you guys in Fort Lauderdale. I swear to God, you guys be tormenting the singles, man. Actually, bro.
Tormenting the what?
The singles, bro. I'm like, bro, the way I don't know how to describe it, but like it's just like the way that you guys just mesh together. It's just crazy to me. Like I'm just like, wow.
That's what it happens. Friends, man. Friends.
How did you guys get? So like I remember. So like you guys were like really good friends. Like so, at what moment did you feel like oh, this my little, like we locked in for like we're locked in at a level where it's different from the way that we used to be locked in. Like, at what point did you realize that?
It was summer, or this past summer when you was here. It was the summer going
24.
into summer going into our junior year. That's when it was like known to both of us actually that okay, you know, we're not just gonna be friends anymore. We actually, you know, we feel this way about each other. We want to be with each other. And it was like we still talk about it. Like, it was right away. Yeah. Like, there was no games, there was no playing, there was no other people involved, there was no like as soon as we spoke to each other and expressed how we felt, bro, it didn't take none but 24 hours for it to be like serious, like right, like we knew, like there was nothing about it. We knew like we're gonna be together, that's all it is. So literally it was that moment that it happened. But obviously I told people all the time, like I saw things in her that I would have liked and enjoyed in a girlfriend while we were friends. Like, that's
of
obvious.
course,
but
that's the baseline.
That's the baseline. I saw things while we were friends that I would enjoy in her. So I'd say, whenever we became really close best friends, somewhere in sophomore year, that's when I was like, oh, like, nah, she's a really, she's a great person. Like, she's just a great person. But we were friends like the whole time. It was never a thing of like I had a secret crush on her. It was just like I saw those qualities, but I never actually liked her. Like, she was still just she was my friend. I wasn't looking for anything more. She was my friend. But then in the summer when we actually talked about it, we were like,
oh, Loki?
Why would we not? Like, why not?
I get that.
Why would we not?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So. Yeah. I like that. Cause like, I remember there was a period in time where like I knew you guys were just like, you know, friends, gang, or whatever. And then, I remember there was this one night we're at Howard.
Yeah, I remember.
We're at a party and, you know, I'm chilling, whatever. And I see you sitting down. I'm like, hey, like, why are we not dancing? What's going on? And you're like, yo, bro, I got me one. Yeah. And I was like,
did I tell you who at that time?
Yeah, you did. At that point, it was like, and I was like, oh, my guy. And I was like,
I did. Cause you were like, oh, she's a good girl. Yeah, I remember.
Like, so when Shadera's watching this from the very beginning, I was like, this
Kwazi was on your side.
But that's amazing. I'm happy. And like I said, you guys torment the singles. But y'all work well.
Did you see the pictures of us at the gala?
Of course I did.
Those was heavy.
Of course I did.
Those were some nice flicks. Us running down the hall. That was a great one.
Of course, bro. Of course.
But,
of course.
Yeah, man. We really. That's not only my love, but that's my dog, man.
Yeah,
that's really like, she's genuinely just my dog, bro. Like,
because like I said, y'all established that friendship before. I think that's like definitely a way in which some like, you know, relationships and situationships like fail, because it's like you don't really establish a friendship prior to starting it, right? You know, some people just kind of go into it like, you know, just like, you know, we're just going to just see what happens, and then after it ends, or if it ends or whatever, it's like, how do we go back to like, you know, what foundations are we like building on? And this is like, you know, ultimately then it becomes really awkward and stuff. But the fact that you guys just have a foundation where it's like, you know what, like, even though I see all those qualities in her, like, that's still a person that, you know, I maybe I'm not necessarily like looking for something at the moment, but like, I know if I were,
that you have
right there.
Exactly.
You're right there. Like, so that's my dog first, and that's whatever. But that's beautiful. Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's cute, man.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely advocated for being friends with, at least to some extent, being friends with the person.
Of course.
Prior, because that's definitely something I learned was like, you know, in the past, I was never I realized like, I was never actually friends. Like, we, I guess, became friends when we got together. Yeah. But you could never really become friends with somebody when you get with them. No. Because you're not friends, y'all are together. Yeah. So it's like, we were never actually friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's, again, you don't have that connection. Like you said, it just becomes awkward. It's like, yo, you know, we literally just weren't really friends. Like, how do I even take this? Exactly. So then afterward, I was like, that's definitely something I value, is being friends with them to some extent. Exactly. So I suggest, amen. I'm not saying go and try to get at all your friends or something. No.
You have to keep composure. Yeah. Like, no, you can't go after all your friends.
But definitely try to build a friendship with whoever it is that you're going to end up with. Hopefully it's already there naturally and you just get lucky like me. Hopefully you get lucky like me. So it is what it is. But
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Now to get into that could kind of segue us into the side questions a little bit. I had one question that just be on my mind all the time throughout my walks of life.
Yeah, of course.
But do you think that rules in relationship should be I'll give you examples, but kind of respected both ways. Okay. And the way I'm going to give you examples is let's say it doesn't have to just be me, but let's say there's a boy and girl, and let's say the guy doesn't want her going out wearing certain clothes. Okay. And then he's like, I don't want you wearing this when you go out. And then she's like, oh, but I don't care what you wear when you go out. Do you think that it's two different things? And it's like, maybe you don't care, but you should still respect that he doesn't want you to wear that? Yeah. Or do you think it's, if she doesn't care, he has to not care? Yeah.
I think that, I guess what I've learned about like, being in relationships or my vision of an ideal relationship is that to a certain level, like you are two different people. Like you are two different people. Like I'm a different person with different views and different life experiences. Becoming what I would describe as like a singular organism. With like, cause like I feel like maybe I don't know how it is like for you, but like if you're with Shadera, sometimes it's like we're literally just the same person. Like, I when she eats, I wake up when she wakes. Like you're literally just I never thought of it like that. Like actually, literally, it's true. Like you're actually a singular organism. And then obviously, but like there are times where like the differences are gonna show, right? I don't like the way that you wear skirts or get like whatever, like at the whatever it is.
Yeah, that was cool. An example, but
cool. Or like she doesn't like when I like start moving a certain way around my friends or whatever. Cool. Anything that you'll find, like despite the fact that you guys are joined together, there's gonna be something that you guys disagree about. Unless your girl, your man is a waste man. She just like just goes along with everything. Just say yes, man, whatever. That being said, a big part of like being part of a relationship is compromise. And then compromise and understanding where the other person is coming from. So like if, I guess if my person were to ask that of me, I'd be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Like, or if I don't understand, like, let me know where that is coming from. Yeah. Is that like, tell me, is there like something in your past relationship that's influenced you this way? Or it's just how you just learn to like what makes you feel a part of this way? And then ultimately try to the best of my ability to compromise where like, if I don't need to do it, then why should I do it? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, if it makes you feel a certain way, then I don't need to do it. But at the same time too, if you have to be like firm in some things too, like you have to be firm in yourself because like you said, like I said before, despite the fact that you're a unicell now, you're also you're also a person. There are some things that you're just going to hold to your heart that are valuable to you as well. And then when you do that, it's like when you ask for compromise back to like, hey, like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, is there some way like we could just, talk and then like, let me just tell you why I do this. Like that communication and that understanding has to be established. Like for me personally, like it's always, for me, I always stress like trying to understand where the other person is coming from. Like, why are you feeling this way? What's making you feel this way? Like, how can we move forward like in that manner? Yeah. You never want to devolve something that starts out as like I don't like what you're wearing to the club to like, fuck, like we don't trust each other. Yeah. Like that's not the mark of good communication. So in that specific scenario, I'd be like, hey, like, I get that. Why do you feel that way? What can I do to change that? If it's serious for me, I'm like, okay, well, like this is also serious for me too, but like I understand where you're coming from. Like if I don't need to do it, like I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. I feel okay. Dang, you answered that really well. Yeah, I'm sure. You answered that really well, high key, because it was going to be kind of a 2-part thing. But you like gave the whole breakdown of everything. So it's like, there's kind of no point. It's true, because it's like, I don't know. It's, I mean, you learn things like when, like you interact with people, and you learn how to like move a certain way when, you know, certain things present themselves. And then once you have that knowledge, you don't want to feed into like either insecurity or like distrust. You never, like, once you gain that experience, it's on you to really take the bold next step. So if I understand that this is coming from a place of like, you know, maybe previous mistrust or like, or an inexperience, it's my job, like, as, you know, maybe like somebody who's more experienced, to like make sure that it doesn't go that way, make sure that the conversation doesn't devolve into something that can like split it apart or whatever. So like, there's just experience. Like when you chat to people, you talk to people, you realize that like, you know, people are different, but you can never let that communication devolve ever. Always try to understand where that other person is coming from. Never attribute a motive before you understand, because it's like, what's the point?
Then it's like, that applies for like a lot more.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Apply for a lot of things.
Of course, man. So how would you deal with it?
I mean, what you said, honestly, like really what you said is just, I think it goes situation by situation. Like you said, understanding where the person is coming from. And I'm someone who's like, if it's avoidable and it doesn't compromise anything that I stand for, or anything that I believe in, or anything for me, then it's like, I'm gonna avoid it. Like certain things I really think that in a relationship, it's like, bro, just don't do it. Like there's certain things that people be doing that it's like you really don't need to do. That could easily spiral into something worse. Where it's like, if you don't do it, everyone's like everyone's cool. But if you do it, it's not. And it's so little, yet it could still create a problem if you do it. And it won't create any problems if you don't do it. Yet you still do it. Just for whatever reason. Or just kind of out of no experience, like inexperience, that could definitely be a reason. So if it is something simple that's avoidable, or like even if it could have, it could deserve a conversation. And we could talk about it. And my answer could have been the same from the beginning. Like perhaps I was, like, just say you said there was something that you didn't like about me. I as soon as you said it, I was gonna change it. But I still want to talk about it. I still want to understand why. And I'm still gonna change it in the end. So it's just understanding why you're doing it, and then still doing, like you said, compromising for your partner. And then I like how you said standing on certain stuff. You do have to stand firm on certain things, but again, even when you do stand firm on it, communicate it and let it be known why you're standing on this or why you're not standing on it. Because there's a lot of times that you could stand on something. Let's say y'all start a convo. The beginning of the convo, you're standing on this. You're standing on the first 10 minutes. If you guys keep talking, know how uncomfortable it could get. Y'all keep talking. By the end of it, you're like, actually, I changed my mind. And that could be like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind or being
convinced.
Being convinced.
It's fine.
Of something else. It's fine. Like that's fine. So
it is fine. This is A1 relationship advice.
Man. A1 relationship advice. Communication is very key. And that's coming from a guy who wouldn't say he came in with A+ communication. And still wouldn't say he has it, but definitely something I'm learning. So communication is key, y'all. For more a little unserious of a question, let's say you had, we was talking about it one time in the dorm. Let's say there was like this girl, it's not like your girlfriend. It's just some girl that you're talking to, you're starting to talk to. And you show it to your mans, right? You send it, let's say it's in person. You show it to your mans or in a group chat, whatever it is. You show it to your mans, a group chat of like 5 guys. 5 niggas. All 5 are like, nah, I don't know what you're seeing. Are you like one to, care? Or are you like, nah, I'm not doing this for you. I like her. I like what she looks like.
Okay, I guess. Well, this is ultimately not going to matter to the answer. But how long have you been chatting with her?
Let's say it's like you've been talking to her, like a college. Same school, college, 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks?
But it's college, it's like same school. You could see this person every day. I don't know how you do it, but that's why I said like same school, same college.
I mean, ultimately, I was just asking just for context. But ultimately, obviously, it wouldn't matter what my guys think because like their opinion is obviously like, you know, superficial. Like it's what they're seeing.
Yeah.
You have no idea what kind of value that a person can bring to you, like emotionally, mentally. And I wouldn't really expect them to know that. So, and I don't think that my guys would expect themselves to know the value that is inherent in this person. So,
but that wouldn't get to you?
no, I don't think I don't think it would. I mean, have I ever had a situation where it's like that?
Because I just
trying to think.
It's when you actually think about it, that's crazy. Like, if you to have 5 homies, especially with guys, like I feel like guys have less
5?
of types. Like girls, it could be, girls could all
girls
say
are
no,
finicky,
and it's just based off the type. But guys, it's like, bro, a guy
It's like,
knows when a girl is pretty,
fair,
whether or not that's his type.
Fair.
But like, let's say you have 5 homies, and they
I mean,
all are like,
I've had my closest friend, basically my brother, who was like, I was, you know, with a shorty, and he's like, oh, like, you know, you could do better. I'm like,
was that based off how she looked?
yeah, how she,
okay.
Not how she like presented.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's like one person. It's like everybody has different
fair,
opinions. But for it to be 5,
Universal, I think Universal would be pretty alarming.
like a unanimous vote.
Unanimous.
That's what I'm saying. Like it gets
be
to
hard,
a point where it's
you can't let those things get to you, especially if like, I don't know, she's doing something to you. Like, you know, obviously you're showing her to them for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's like off rip, like I'm not gonna show someone to my guys if it's like, if I'm not like, oh wow, this baby is like, exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to come in like strong. You have to be able to come in like strong, like, you know, this is my shit. Like, you know, like, you know, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 4 weeks, it's been whatever. Like, you know, this is who I'm talking to. You're not talking to her.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
exactly.
it's like, but obviously, you know, there's also banter too. Like, I'm not gonna be like serious as fuck. Like, oh, like, yo, leave my shit. Leave her alone. You don't know her. She's very gorgeous to me. Like, no. Yeah. Obviously, there's room for banter. There's room for everything because those are still my guys. But like, still, like, you have to.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Yeah. The more serious answer is like, come on, bro. You like
come on, bro.
You have to not care. You have to not care. Not let that get to you. But of course, I feel like I presented I genuinely think I presented an unrealistic question, bro. Like for everybody to unanimously.
That means she really got to be chopped.
Exactly. And no, if we're not bringing like we know what chopped.
I don't know if I'm attracting chop shit.
Exactly. Like. So it was just like a little funny dumb question. But
I feel like that's a stage that's like a threshold in like male brain development when it comes to like when you're just like, okay, well, this is like how I would answer the question if I was like 14 or 15, and then I'm like, okay, fine, like come on, like let's be for real. Like actually, like, you know, if you ask the same question to like me when I was like 18, I'm like, oh, like if my guys, you know, like, you know, but you know what, like I'm 22, so it's like at a certain level you have to remain firm in yourself. Like you have to trust what you see in people, and then if what you see is not what you see, then it's like you take accountability, and then you make the decision. But like, you know, you definitely cannot let your guys get to you.
You can't let them get to you.
They'll be dickheads.
That goes for guys, girls.
That goes for shorties too.
Yeah.
First of all, no. Like, that goes for shorties too. Yeah. Do not let your babes get to your head. If that guy is good, allow him. Just allow it. Just allow yourself. Allow yourself. Do not allow your, because I feel like for babes it's worse, bro. Yeah,
I feel like that, because honestly, like real life, realistically, are you someone, I'll ask you, are you someone who, let's say your homie shows you a girl, it's fair either way, but are you the type to even like give your opinion on her? Or like, because me personally, if like one of my homies were to show me this girl he's messing with, I probably wouldn't even really say much about her like appearance or anything. Like he shows me her IG about, oh, that's valid for you. I probably wouldn't even comment on whether she looks good or bad. Yeah. I wouldn't comment on how she looks very much. Yeah. Well, that's just me.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, typically, like, okay, well, let's just set a couple things straight. Like if the guy is bringing me a picture of the shorty, I'm gonna assume that there's a certain level of like attraction or whatever. Cool. So like I'm not gonna go out my way to be like, oh, like, damn, like she's so fine. Like,
yeah.
like I'm not gonna be like, oh wow, she's so fine. Like come on, bro. Like actually, but like if she's like pretty, oh, it's like yeah, she's cute. Like great. Like that's if I'm single or whatever. Like but it's like even if I wasn't like.
It's just,
like come on,
it
like it's not it's like this you know like this my guy, like this my guy's girl, like it's like, oh yeah, call him, like that's great for you. I'm happy for you. Oh, that's a good one. You got a good one for real. Yeah, that's a cheat code now.
Exactly. Yeah, that's you hit me with that one. So,
that's a good one, bro.
Exactly, that's a good one. So, but yeah, girls, I feel like they be giving their opinion.
Of course.
They be going all in.
Don't let them get to your head. That man is a good one.
Yeah,
that nigga that you're not texting back, he's good.
Exactly. Are you somebody who, let's say there was like, let's say you were talking to someone, and they kind of did you wrong in a way. Are you someone who, and y'all have, like, y'all share friends, if that makes sense. Are you someone who gets, you don't like when your friends, let's say y'all mutual friends, and that mutual friend or shared friend knows that person did you wrong. Yeah. Are you someone who is like, would you be angry at them if they were to continue to be friends with them or not? Like, how do you feel towards that? Or would it, kind of bother you? Like, oh, they did me wrong and you're still, ha-ha-haing with them and da-da-da? Are you...
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I guess it's for me personally, I've never been in a situation where an ex of mine is like friends with my friends. But hypothetically speaking, I think I know myself enough to answer this question. Obviously, it's gonna get to you. Because especially if like the breakup was messy, of course, and you're somebody that you consider closest still has some sort of emotional connection. It's like, oh, like why are you on their side or whatever? You start picking sides. Yeah. But also like you have to learn to detach yourself sometimes from that emotion. Like because in real life, like the lines aren't always drawn so like clearly. Yeah. So like you have to understand that like, sometimes it's like people are going to have other relationships apart from you. Like, especially if they were friends prior to our relationship too, which is like, I think the key in all of this. Like, did you already establish an emotional connection with this person prior to our relationship? If they establish an emotional connection with them after our relationship or as a result of our relationship, which is even worse. Oh, that's I think I would probably feel a little bit like, okay, like, come on. But like I said, there's some times where you just need to detach. You don't want to hold on to that. Yeah. Like, cause then you're holding on to, what your ex did to you and then holding secret resentment against your friend for like, being friends with them. Yeah. But you also know when, shit's doing too much. Like, say they start messing with each other. Okay. All right. Like, then you're like, all right, like, let's, like, come on, bro. Like,
that's a different kind of question.
But, like, I would typically err against the side of, like, holding resentment. If it really bothers you, I would say, talk to your homeboy about it. Like, yo, by the way, like, like, it is a little, it does bother me a bit that you still have, I understand if whatever, cool, like you had a relationship with them prior, but like, it is bothersome. Like, do you need to have a personal relationship with this person? Hey, if that's yes, you got it. But if no, like, cool, calm, like, now nobody's friends.
Exactly, nobody's friends. We all go hurt. We all go hurt. Yeah, that's fair. One of my friends asked me, I'm honestly more of, I wouldn't really care too tough, to be honest. Like, cause I'm someone who I think that everybody could have, you have your own connections and your own relationships with people. Yeah. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah. And it's like, as long as it's nothing, and see, as long as it's just relationship stuff, even if it was messy, even if, it's something that was bad or that hurt me. It's like at the end of the day, you guys have a completely different and separate connection and relationship to me. As long as, you know, obviously if you know this, you hear this stuff and you still think that they're a good person and that they're a person that you'd want to be friends with,
you got it.
Then by all means, go ahead. Like that's what it is. So if that's what you think and that's what you think about this person, then it literally has, you know, I'd hope, has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. This is a completely separate connection and dynamic from me. So I wouldn't.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree.
If it happened like after it was one of my homies and they weren't friends before, and then they become friends. Now it's kind of that's like,
insane, bro. That's insane.
What's going on?
And I don't know. That I feel like there's a certain level where like you have to get after opportunism. Like you have to nip it in the butt when you see it. Like it's like bro, like we just come on, we just either ended things. Like why y'all? Like what's going on?
Oh, you're the type to address it. Like you.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, like the people that I surround myself with have sense, and they would never do that. But like, I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, if it's somebody that I really consider close, like one of my guys, bro. Like, if you're being opportunistic, then it's like, brother, like, what are we doing? Like, you're just waiting. Like, come on, like, what? And then I'll like either that or just distance.
You're just
because then it's like, nigga, you don't care. You know, whatever it is, like, you know, you don't care. Yeah, bro. Yeah. What about you?
If it's like a situation where it was afterwards and stuff like that, honestly, I'm probably not even the type too tough to confront them about it, because it's like I'm not the type to come at it right away. I'm the type to build info. So it's like I would this would be an obvious thing to several people before I make my decision about it. So it would be at the point where I don't even need to confront you, because there's not, like, if you were to tell me otherwise, it's literally a lie at that point.
Like, so you know, like, we both know.
We both know. So I wouldn't even confront them about it or anything. It's like, bro, here's what it is. Again, depending on the person, depending on the situation, I, you know, distance myself, or if, I don't know, it really depends on how I'm feeling, but most likely it's like, I'm not about to keep being, I don't know, like, I wouldn't cut them off or like ice them out, but it's like, I know, like, I know what's up now. It's
like,
one of those ones. It's like,
you learn things about people that change the way that you view them. That's
like,
just how life, that's just how life works. You learn things about people and it changes your perception, and you don't ever have to feel sorry for that. Like, you know, you're never gonna, only that person knows what they did. And then when you find out too, like it distorts your vision a bit. So I for me personally, you know, if I see somebody less that I used to see closely because of something that they did, thank God. Like, you know, like it's actually great that I know that about you now. Because now I know more of what I'm dealing with. So I'll never feel that way, but I'm not gonna crash out. I'm not gonna crash out like, oh, like, what the fuck are you doing? But like at the same time, like, you know what you did. So if you were to come out and lie, then it's more an indictment against you, to be honest. Like, because then you're a scumbag and a liar.
Exactly.
It's like you know, like, like if you can live with yourself like that, like there are some people that can live with themselves. Like they can lie about things. But if you're fine, like, living like that, then it's like, hey man, I'm not gonna concern myself.
At the end of the day, bro, it's like, I can't stress myself out.
You can't, bro. You can't.
A bunch of different stuff. So
it's too much to worry about in this world.
It's too much. That's real.
There's too much to worry about.
It literally is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This guy, what is he shaking his head at?
Was he playing a game?
World. Yeah, I think so. But now I'm gonna give the floor to you real quick. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask. If not, I could continue holding the floor.
Where's your head at right now?
As far as what?
Like, in terms of life.
Is life?
Yeah, bro.
Where's my head at? I'll say right now I'm excited to go into the summer. Honestly, I'm definitely excited to get into the summer. School wasn't very stressful, honestly, this year. Junior year was not too stressful. I honestly feel like if there was a camera following me around, you wouldn't even think I was a student. You wouldn't even think I was a student at Boston University the way I treated this year. Not in the sense that I didn't fail nothing. I didn't, my GPA was still good. It's not in that sense of like, academic probation, but more in the sense of I just wasn't as locked in as you'd maybe expect somebody, honestly, with the grades that I had, taking the classes that I had to be. It's like, how did you how did you even live like this? How do you even do this? So but honestly, school wasn't too stressful or anything like that. But I'd say right now I'm at a point where I'm really locked in with videos, bro. I'm really locked in with content. I'm really locked in with my goals and my dreams, especially seeing results really changes your perspective. Yeah, of course. About it. It's like, when you actually see things starting to form and to progress taking place, it's just like, you're just that much closer and it becomes that much more serious. Like when you're just doing it and you're just making videos just casually, it's like, you kind of you post it, but it's like, whatever. This is it's just happening. But when things are actually developing, of course, that's when it's like, yo, this is real. And especially with classes not being that difficult, it was somewhere in second semester that I started to feel like I was really chasing my dream. Like I was really living the life of a content creator. I had the time to just sit at my desk and edit and come up with ideas and record videos and post videos. And some of them were doing good. And, I had the free time. I wasn't doing that to then have to stress about a computer science assignment. I had the free time to watch a show. I had the free time to just chill and literally brainstorm ideas. Like I never really just had a moments of where I'm just sitting down and all I'm doing is coming up with ideas. But that like this year is when it started to actually feel like, yo, I'm living the life that I want to live. Perhaps not to the full extent yet, but I'm starting to get to that point where it's like, all right, this is the way I want to grind. If I'm going to be grinding, this is what I want to do. And there were like good times and bad times about it, because obviously there are times where it's like, you feel like you're, there are times where you feel like you're failing at what you're doing, because it's like, damn, I'm still only here. I'm only, at this level and I've been doing it for this long. So there are times where you feel like a failure, honestly, or I felt like a failure. And then there are times where you feel great, where you feel high. It's like, oh, wow, this did good. This is paying off, And I'd say right now my head is at a point where trying to be content, and not only content, but happy no matter the result. Now it's like, I don't want that. Of course I'm happy with the highs, but I don't want to, have that huge high, but then I drop to that low. It's like being happy and content no matter the result of whatever, happens, whether it's school or a video that I post. I talked about it on past podcasts, just being happy and content no matter the results of what I do and being proud of what I do. So I'd say that's
so like you're at basically like you're, as of right now, like your creative peak kind of like, or
I'm on my creative. Like, I don't know if I want to say peak. Like, I feel like not my peak. I feel like I truly just actually opened the door. Like I've been doing this for, about 2 years, and just now does it actually feel like I'm breaking, like I'm opening that door. So it feels like I'm just at my, the birth of it. Just now it actually feels like I'm truly at the birth of my creativeness. So hell yeah. I like that. I like that answer. You're in a good spot. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like the fact that you're chasing that progress. Definitely key for us now, like as like younger guys, it's like definitely chasing what it means to like move forward and not what it means to like be perfect. Because like when you have that conception of like, oh, what is a perfect podcasting YouTuber, or what is a perfect like hooper, whatever, like you start to run wild, but like definitely chasing that progress. And then once you chase that progress, when you start to see shit like, oh shit, like this is going off, this is popping off, I'm actually having the time to like see my vision come to fruition. It just makes the grind feel better. Like it just makes it feel better, because it's like, it could be anxious. You could get anxious to start. Like that's the thing. Like if you don't want to start, then it's like you're stuck because you're scared of like how hard it may be. But like once you see that little bit of progress, it's like, oh, that was it. Let me just keep going. Like, just keep doing all I got to do is just keep trying, and then I'm going to see that progress. So I'm happy. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, man. And now you're approaching the
the final year.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm about to be a senior. It feels like every time I think about the fact that I'm about to really graduate from Boston University with the computer science Bachelor of Arts degree, it's like, wow, like, I actually did it. Like, I'm tough, bro. Like,
that is tough.
That is tough. But like everybody's like, you're bro, like that's tough. That's crazy that you're about to graduate from college. Like, this is difficult. It's not easy to do what we're doing, especially from the place that we're doing it from and from the places that we came from.
Yeah, of course.
So it's honestly surreal at times, but I'd really say the biggest thing is I'm trying to just enjoy it. Like especially people have been talking about it a lot more because we are juniors and y'all are leaving and we're about to become seniors. Yeah. But it's like, at the end of the day, I still got a year in the summer and I'm going to enjoy that year in the summer. You know, I'm going to, whether or not
that's the number one thing I tell people, like especially in your class, bro, just enjoy it, man.
Yeah. Like,
just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, bro.
I'm going to live in the moment, bro.
Just
like,
live in the moment.
I'm going to graduate at some point. That day is going to come whether I want it to or not. Yeah. But right now, you just gotta, I'm still technically a junior. Kid. Yeah. It's a Thursday or it's a Thursday evening. I still got a whole summer ahead of me. I still have a whole senior year ahead of me. I'm just gonna live in the moment and enjoy it. Yeah, that's the perfect way to take it. Yeah, but I'm glad your head's in the right place, and there's definitely more to come, bro. There's more to come. Trying,
I can tell.
I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm waiting. I'm excited. You know, I unfortunately missed the Streamer University application.
Oh wow,
for Kai's thing. Bro, you know that job was only open for 10 hours and had millions of applications. Within the first bit, at 7 million.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, bro. Like everybody was applying, bro. Some girl did the math on TikTok. I don't remember your TikTok page, but shout out to you. Some girl did the math on TikTok, and it was literally based off like the estimated number that they said. They said they'll accept at least 150 people, but that's at least. Yeah. But she just went based off that number, and like doing all the math, bro. The acceptance rate or like percentage, basic acceptance rate was 0.00025. The acceptance rate for Streamer University was poor, but they haven't accepted anyone yet. But like the projected acceptance rate was 0.00025,
just based upon that,
based off the applications and what the minimum of what they'll accept. That's what it was.
That's insane,
like, bro. What?
That many? Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, bro.
That many people apply.
You have it would technically be by far the most difficult university to get into. It wouldn't even be close. Fuck Harvard.
Fuck Harvard, fuck Princeton, all of them. Yeah.
Thing to get into. But yeah, that was just like a little comment. But yeah, man, I'm really trying to go all the way with this and I'm feeling good about it. And again, I'm excited for the summer to really grind. I'm going work, make some bread. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get a JOB. I'm gonna get a job. I already have one, but I'm gonna maybe get a second one and just grind with videos, just continue to think of ideas. And I have a lot of motivation around me. Shout out to my brother and my cousin. They make videos too. My brother's about to hit 10K on TikTok.
Oh wow.
My cousin is already at, I believe, 13K on TikTok. So I got plenty of motivation.
Plenty of inspiration.
Plenty of inspiration around me. We're a family who does this. So shout out to them, and that's what I'm trying to do, man.
Good.
Trying to run it up.
Good, man. I hope it's a good summer for you. I hope it's a good senior year. I'll be back. You guys are senior year. I mean, the graduation.
Oh, for graduation,
to see to see all my little niggas graduate.
Tell the people what your plans are for.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I have chosen the path of law. So this summer I'm going to be studying for my law school admissions test, also known as the LSAT. I'll be based in Boston, living in Brookline and working part-time as well. So it's I never thought I'd get to this point. Obviously, I knew I was going to get to this point, but the point where like you're actually fucking like leaving this somewhere like where you've been at for 4 years. You come here. I came here like 18 years old. I'm just barely a fucking adult. I'm like a kid basically.
You're 22?
Now I'm 22.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, I mean, I was talking like an older person about this. I'm like, damn, I feel old. I'm 22. And she was like, shut the fuck up. Like, like come on, like you're still a baby. And which is true to like, cause I mean, college is a bubble. It's a bubble where you get to meet people that in any other circumstance, I would have never met in my fucking life.
Yeah.
I've met people from Thailand, Kenya, China, Singapore, like, you know, like in my native town of Springfield, like these are people that I never would have come across.
Yeah.
And that constant interaction of like meeting people, meeting a Lebanese nigga from Ghana, meeting a Kenyan meeting a Kenyan nigga that lives in Thailand. You know, it's such an experience that like, I just never would have expected this to be when I was coming here. I never toured this university. I applied to this university over BC because I didn't have to write an essay. So I was like, you know what? BU is better. So that's what I'm going to apply to this school because I don't want to write an essay. That is literally the sole reason why I came to this university. No essay. Literally. That's the only reason.
Oh, there was no supplemental.
No supplemental essay. Yeah. And then 4 years later, I'm the fucking president.
That's
and
great.
then like, you know, it's like, it's just been, you can get lost in the sauce like a lot because it's like, you know, obviously this institution's extremely rigorous in terms of academics, extremely expensive. The city's expensive. It's very competitive. You know, you're always kind of checking your shoulder sometimes. Or at least that's how I felt because I wanted to, you know, turn my attention towards like, you know, student advocacy and stuff. So there was always it always felt deeper than it really was, where like some students are not thinking about the things that I'm thinking about for their senior year, like Kwazi, like why are you focusing on this stuff like senior year? Like why this year to worry about, you know, whether or not the university has more like less money coming in, or whether or not, you know, less black students are coming in, or whether or not like, you know, student activists like that are, you know, pro-Palestinian or like are getting enough, you know, like attention, you know, the protection that they need. You know, like it's like, why would you worry about this shit? But if you're at a place where like, you know, you're surrounded by all these people, you have to like understand that where I'm coming from is not this place. But I'm gonna use the skills that I've learned from Springfield as a Ghanaian man, as an African, and I'm gonna try to the hardest of my ability to conquer this environment. To show that like, you know, for people like us, you know, for black kids, for Ghanaian kids, Africans, you know, whatever, that we belong here. Because at the end of the day, it's a white institution. It's a PWI. It's a white world. It's, you know, there's like, after you get out of this university, you have to face the reality that we are 13% of the population. You know, when you go to your workspace, unless you work at like a HBC or something, like you're gonna be surrounded by white people. So like, if you don't dominate, you know, your environment where you are now, like, how can I expect to keep dominating these white spaces? It's gonna sound weird, but like, you know, as a black people, like we're not offered the same kind of, we're not offered the same level, like we're not offered the same opportunities, we're not offering the same, like it's just a fact of life. But anyways, long story short is, if I'm placed in a bubble where I go to a fucking university and I never toured this university, I didn't initially care about this place. I came here because I didn't have to write an essay. And I was too lazy to apply to you know, the 20 colleges that my sister wanted me to apply to. If I'm still here, I gotta try my fucking hardest to show out for the people that have invested so much time into me. And the people that I'm surrounded with. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take it like, oh, like I'm just like, we're just doing a college thing, like whatever, cool. It's calm to be like, you know, whatever, business, CS, whatever, cool, and focus and get your bag and stuff like that. But like, this shit has to mean more. Like it has to mean more. You're going from somebody who's 18 years old, 17 years old, somebody who's like barely like experienced shit in life, and you're gonna leave as an adult and you have to establish yourself as an adult. What kind of change are you gonna make in the world? What are you gonna stand for? These are the types of things that are constantly going through my mind. What's next? for me as a man? What are the things that I'm going to learn here that are going to, you know, help me like go out into the world? Of course, I'm going to learn how to fucking apply for jobs. You know, I got a job. Like, you know, I got it. Like, cool. I know how to write papers.
Yeah.
But like, this shit has to mean more. How are you going to represent your community? How are you going to make people around you proud? Like, there's just stuff that means more. And to the best of my ability, I really try to capture the essence of it, of like what it means to do something for other people.
Yeah.
Whether it's for Ghanaian students that don't necessarily see themselves being represented at school, or whether or not it's like, you know, freshman year, I ran for student government on the platform of like mental health for student athletes. Because Dakota, who you chatted to, he was somebody that like, he, you know, when he recruited me for student government, he was like, yo, like, I know I want to run on a platform that like, you know, mental health for student athletes. Cause like for, you know, when he was a freshman, that was during COVID time. So like a lot of student athletes during the time in the class of 2024 were like isolated. Right. So like, you know, those student athletes, they only had their sport and then come back home and like nothing else, you know? So like, whatever, cool. So I was, you know, inspired by his story to advocate for those people as well. And then obviously like, you know, coming into, you know, the student body shit, like whatever, cool. And even there's more things that I haven't mentioned that I feel very passionate about, but just feel passionate about something. It's okay. Like if you're 19 and you're just posting activist stuff and stuff, like I get it, like cool, calm. As long as you're passionate about something, as long as you want to do something, if it's content, you know, where like, if you want to, you know, like be the best hooper on the internet, like whatever it is, like chase that shit. It's not enough to just be here and just like, oh, like do my classes and then just go home. I might face a little bit of criticism as I don't want to be the caricature of the stereotypical student government nigga who's like very like uptight about whatever. I think I'm relatively laid back about a bunch of this shit, but I also understand that like for our people, it has to mean more. It has to, we cannot skate back. Like, you know, just like, oh, like things are just nonchalant. Things are just like, oh, just university. Like, no. It has to mean more, bro. It has to. So I tried. And in a week, I'm going to get my diploma. I know. And
4 years.
And I'm going to chase law school. And then even in law school too, like, I have to start that grind over again.
I know. You got to start all over again. 4 years.
But it is going to mean more. It has to mean more. Like obviously, like I like to, there's people that talk to me about like, you know, them like themselves like struggling with being part of this university. I always tell people like, you got in here, so you deserve to be here. They didn't just like fucking close their eyes and then pick your name out of a fucking hat. Like if you're struggling, you're supposed to struggle. You deserve to be here. So like there's no need to like shrink yourself down because you like when you look at that white person that's sitting next to you getting all the good grades in the class, no. You deserve to be here. You are not any less than that person. So never make yourself feel like you're dumber than that person or whatever. Cool. Even though it's a white space, like we deserve to be here. So yeah, at the end of the day, I tried my hardest. And I got a diploma to show for it. Really? And
oh no, y'all got them mailed, right?
Yeah, we got them mailed. Okay. So yeah, man. Yeah. But that was a long spiel. No, right. But that was to put a button on everything. Yeah, it has to mean more to us. It has to. It has to mean more. And it did. It did, bro. It did.
I'm happy that you feel that way. That you feel so passionately about whatever it is that you have passion for. As you said, you have a lot more passion that you didn't even mention. So he is genuinely... He's the student body president. This is the kind of
He was
the student body president. Like whatever you imagine the president is, that's him. I'm telling you, man. He literally. I still remember that speech that he gave. We had our Black Student Union had this event, and he won the leadership award. And bro, he gave a speech that was just like such a president kind of speech. Because I've talked to him, but I've never heard him like give a speech or anything like that. And then you gave that speech. I was like. And was it all off the dome?
Of course.
Bro, all off the dome, like just saying everything. It's so intricate. I was just like, wow, like, bro, this is the president right here. So.
No, the thing about that speech is that like, first of all, I didn't know whether or not I was going to win, but on the chance that I wanted
you didn't know?
No.
Oh, wow. I thought they hit you up.
No. They were just like, I didn't know I was going to win, but I was nominated. Yeah.
There were. It was a nomination.
Yeah, they were like,
I thought
it was
that you
like-
were the only one. Okay,
No. That was they said, you're nominated for this
Okay,
award, whatever. So I was like, okay, fair. There's a chance that I'll lose or whatever. Cool. But I know I want to say something. But I know at the same time that if I'm talking to my people, like I want to say what comes to mind.
Yeah.
And a bunch of what I talked about for the people who weren't there saved you from a whole bit of yap. But it was more about like how like obviously like the Black student community here is facing an existential threat. Our existence is threatened. And especially like for the next 3 years of Donald Trump's presidency, the diversity initiatives at this school are going to take a nosedive.
Yeah.
But like I said during that speech, I was like, you know, at a certain level, like we can't be the ones that are expecting shit to be done for us. If we want diversity to occur, like we have to fight for that shit. We have to protest. We have to call people out. Even the people that look like they're for us, like you have to call them out.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my biggest mistakes of this presidency was that I wanted to make the moment carry me forward, I guess. Like I wanted to take the moment of like, at that time, I was the most popularly elected student body president. So I wanted to have that moment carry me. Like I was like, I'm coming into a moment where like I got a broad swath of support from students running on a platform of transparency and also social activism, right? So I thought that moment was going to carry me. And at the same time, we're getting a brand new president who, I guess on the face of her, was seemingly progressive. So I thought that it was a moment where like, and at the same time too, like the 2024 election is coming up where we have a Black woman who's also running. I expected the moment to carry me forward all the time. We cannot make the same mistakes that I did. We have to fight against the headwinds. You can't wait for a tailwind. You have to fight that shit head on because the headwinds are coming, bro. I can't lie. They are coming. But like I said, we deserve to be here. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Those are snaps, man. Those are snaps. That's the President BU, Kwazi, not just the President BU. He's a whole bunch of other stuff too. But fun, that's a great place to leave it off on.
I think so. I think so.
That's a great place to leave it off on. But he answered some of the other questions I was gonna ask within that. So we're gonna leave it off right there. Go strong. This was episode 28 or 9. I think it's 20. It's one of those two. We'll see.
Well, no, I'm gonna guess 29.
29. Okay.
29.
Okay.
Let's go with 29.
29. We'll see. It's 28 or 29. It's one of those. But he may be right. 29. That was episode 29 of Talking It Out. Y'all already know who I am. Martin Tini, whatever you want to call me, your host. You know where to find me on every single platform. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify is all Talking It Out. We going up, man. We gonna keep uploading these videos. I'm about to upload another one tonight, even though your tonight isn't my tonight. So there's probably one during your night as well, because I upload every day. So there's probably one during your night as well. You go ahead. I'll show yourself.
I'm Kwazi Antwi. I was the 94th student body president.
94.
I was the 94th one. Yeah, there's been a lot of us. There's been a lot of us. A lot of us, and the past 3 student body presidents have all been short men. The next one is also a short man. So get yourself a short man. We know how to lead. We know how to lead, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was great. It was great to be here with you again.
Of course,
it's always a pleasure to see what you're doing. It's very inspiring. And you're in a space where like a lot of creators aren't. A lot of people at this university aren't, especially in our community. Nobody's really doing what you do apart from Shinanu, but he does it in a different format too. So Shinanu is also somebody that like from the very beginning he's been doing it. So yeah, it was great to be here. It was great to chat. I'm definitely gonna watch this back.
Yeah,
show this to all my friends
for sure. As far as he's gotten 2. Again, he's the first ever to have a part 2. I do have the plan of a couple part 2s in the future, especially when we're seniors. My senior class, we
gotta run through all of them. You gotta go through all of them. Run from the top.
Of a part 2. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to buddy up. Like, we're gonna have to put 4 on an episode, 5 on an episode, because that's too many people. But I'm here for it. This is what I do, man. I'm just the guy with the camera. I like making videos. I like hopefully inspiring. So catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Please just like this video and subscribe to Talkin' It Out. Come on, guys. Just do it for me. Please. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, like this video right now, and turn on the post notifications. I know I just reminded you. Do it. Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit?